Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rashad with Code Assistant RAD. Today we're going to learn about file handling. So, what is file handling? File handlings are used so that the results of an executable program can be stored permanently in any storage device, not temporarily disappearing when the program is closed or stopped. The goal is that the data that has been stored can be reused. So as we can see here, these are examples of pointers that we're going to use in this module. So the file in this one is declaring a pointer that will point to the file structure, which is this pointer right here. And this pointer is called a file pointer. So in file handling, there are three stages of file operations. The first one is opening and activating the file. The second one is processing the file. And the third one is closing the file.
Okay, opening file. Before a file can be processed, read or written, the file must be opened first. For the purpose, there is a function called open. Here are the basic for file. You can see Regis file open characteristic name, characteristic description. In file name, in the form, the name of the file string to be open. Mode which type operation string to be open file. Files mode for open are to be open file, R plus same as R, W open the file for the writing process. V plus same as W, but can also used to be reading process. A for open the file for opening process. Same as A plus, but can used to be process reading. This example for file handling. You can see right here, file FPTR, and this is model argument has a plus symbol in it. It is referred as the update mode.
Thank you. Next, we have processing files. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Nahda Nabila with Assistant Code Bill. Okay, processing files. When a file is opened, the file can be treated as a binary file or text file. Binary files are files whose data is processed in the form of memory block. Meanwhile, a text file is a file whose data will be processed in the form of character. There are three modes of text file and binary file. For the text file, there are read symbolized by R, write symbolized by W, and add symbolized by A. And for the update mode, you can add the plus after the variable, but this will have no effect when you don't use it. But you can adjust it according to your comfort. And for the binary file, same as the text file, binary file also use read, write, and add, but you must add the B after the variable because B is symbol by the binary. And for the update mode, you can also put the plus after the variable like RB plus, WB plus, AB plus, or you can make like R plus B, W plus B, or A plus B. Next, what the difference between text file and binary files? Okay, text file is usually used to store data of type or string type. Meanwhile, a binary are usually used to store complex data, such as structure and how to writing and reading string data in text file. Okay, previously we learned to use printf, but we remember again that printf is used to write only on the screen, not to keep the data. And it will disappear again when we open it. So we use fprintf to keep the data. And for the reading, same as writing, we don't use the scanf anymore, but we use fscanf. And for call the function, we need the fgets. And this is an example. There is a description. S is a data string, stream is a file pointer, and N is define how many character. And for the fprintf, as we discussed before, that fprintf is used to write the string to the file. And for the fgauge, it's to read in string, and fgauge, it's to read in character. And next will be explained with my friend.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Raihan, code name HAN, and I will be here to explain writing string data to a text file. To write a string data to a text file correctly, first of all, open the text file by using the fopen function with the W mode, which means write mode, and get string because we are writing a string data to a text file. Then to print the text that we want, we use fprintf function, which will allow us to print the text, and fclose to stop the function. Reading a string data to a text file, first of all, I think you need to open the text file with using fopen in R mode, which is read mode. And then second, use the fgets or fgetc to read text from the file. And then third, close the file using the fclose function. This one is opening a text file in append mode, which will allow you to both read and write in the file. In this one, we are going to open the file as append mode by using first and foremost by using the fopen function in A, which stands for append, and then use the fprint to print the string you want, and then thirdly fclose to close the file.
Okay, thank you, Rehan. Firstly, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dia Isnafisa with the assistant code of DHY. Next, we are going to work with binary file. There are two functions for writing or reading data in the form of memory blocks. For example, to write any data type like float or struct. The two functions are called fwrite and fread. Here's the basic shape of the two function, that is fread and fwrite. The fwrite function have the parameter of ptr, size, nmemb, stream, and then the fwrite function has the parameter of ptr, size, nmemb, stream. As we can see here, both functions have the same amount of parameter and also the same parameter. Okay, the first parameter, that is ptr. ptr is a pointer that points to an area of memory that will be used as a temporary data storage to write or read data. And second, we have the size parameter, that is the size of block of memory in bytes to be read or written to. And third, we have the nmemb parameter, that is the number of memory blocks you read or written at one time. And lastly, we have the stream parameter, that is the file pointer that points to the file object.
Okay, on this occasion, I will explain the process for writing, reading, and adding data to binary file. But first, I am Alius Adri. My code assistant is ALY. Okay, I will be explain the material in Visual Code Studio. Okay, we have three program about write, read, and append data to binary file. First, write data to binary file. We can look in this code. We look in main program. In line 3, this file structure is this declares a pointer to a file structure. It will be used to interact with the file price list that. So we have a list that to write data to the dot file. We can look in the folder after that. So if we want to write data to a binary file, we can look in line this. We must be open the file use this command structure. If open, press list it dot and W and B to white data binary, white binary. Before we next in this line we have structs, menu, and price, and the structs name is list. So if we this line, please input the amount of menu we input in n, integer n, and we are looping input the amount of menu. After that, we write data menu, that's menu, and the price of the menu to price list that file. So we can look in this line, average. So this line, average, then list, size of list, one structure. It is the command to write the data. And the last, we close the pointer or this file to save the menu and the price. So we can look, we use the command if write list one structure to write the data. Okay, we try to run the program. So example, input the amount of menu. Sample 2. Menu 1 is coffee, price $5. Menu to it's Coca-Cola. Fridge is okay. After we read this data, this will be saved in price list that. So this save in this one, and we can read the data. Use the read program to binary file. Okay, so in this program we can read the file in pricelist dot dat. Well, it is binary file, different from white program. In read we can use the file pricelist that before write. After that we can read the uh, playlist that in this program. So, so first we open the program. Use if we f open, and this one we must be look at RB used to read binary, and in this line we can read if read list set of list structure one. It is we use to read the data in binary file, which is in the example is price list dot dat. If we run the code, so before we save the file coffee Coca-Cola in white to binary file, and we can look after we read the file previously. We can see in this one the file we have saved before. Different from white, so we can open the menu. In this one we white, but in this one we can open the menu before two menu. We can open to 3, 4 menu in this code. So different of this three program, just in pricelist dot dat this one open binary, and this one read binary, this one white binary. So we can sum of white binary, we can input the amount of the new edited menu, and we can save menu and the price. So let's to try run the program. Example 1, the menu is Fanta, price $4. Okay, after we open the data, so we can look in this one. We use if read list of sets of one structure. This same in white data, but different just in line 7, yes, append binary. Okay. After we open, we must close the file or pointer, and we can read again the binary file. So before, just two menu, but after we open, we have three menu. Okay, pay attention for this program. In append, it is not eraser the tab, but just append. But if we write the data, it is will be eraser the data and write the new data. So that's different of write and append data. Okay. So that's all about write, read, and append the data to binary file from binary file. So we can look in folder. In this folder, more 10, we have three program, write, read, and append. And price list, it's the binary file. That file it is the binary file we use to price list. If we open, we can see coffee, Fanta, Coca-Cola, and the price of the three menu of this. So if we write data, append data, this will be saved in the that file, and if we close the program, is it not eraser? This will be saved in our laptop in binary file, that file. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Leos. Now, if previously we discussed how to write, read, and append data to binary files, this time we will talk about how to access binary files randomly. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Sidan Fauzan, and I'm your assistant with the code FYN. Okay, in this language, a facility is provided that makes it possible to read and write files randomly by changing the file positioning indicator. With this facility, for example, that a data in the middle of a file will be read. The data can be read directly without having to be accessed one by one starting from the beginning of the file. This is the syntax of the fseek, where integer fseek and the first parameter is the stream, which is a pointer that points to a file object representing the file whose position will be changed. The asterisk before stream indicates that stream is a pointer. A pointer is an address where information about the file will be stored. Next, the second parameter is offset, which is the byte displacement you want to perform. And the third parameter, when. When determines the origin from which the displacement is calculated. Alright, here are some parts of when. The first one is success. Success is the displacement is calculated from the beginning of the file, or the meaning is on set location file. Next, secure. The displacement is calculated from the current position in the file, or the meaning is on current location. Lastly, secant. The displacement is calculated from the end of the file, or the meaning is on end location file. And then, this is an example of the usage from the explanation above. The first one, fseek fp36set. The file position indicator will be changed 3 bytes after the beginning of the file. Next, fseek fp-3 secant. The file position indicator will be changed 3 bytes before the end of the file. Next, fseek fp3 secure. The file position indicator will be changed 3 bytes after the current file position indicator. Lastly, fseek fp minus size of data seek here. The file position indicator will be changed based on the size of the data object before the current file position indicator. So, negative sign on the offset indicates a displacement of some bytes before the use went, and conversely applies to a positive sign, which means after the blah blah blah, that's it. After the use went, whether it's succeed, secure, or second. Okay, next one, rewind function. This is the syntax of rewind function. For rewind file asterisk stream. The rewind function changes the file position indicator for the data stream pointed to by the stream to the beginning of the file. This is the same as for fseek, except the error indicator in data stream is also deleted. And then rewind function does not return a value. The meaning of the error indicator on the data stream is also deleted or cleared is that after using the rewind function, if there was an error that occurred in previous operations on the data stream, the error indicator will be reset or cleared. This means that after calling rewind, the data stream will be considered in a normal condition without the previously occurred error. Okay, next, this is an example of code implementation using fseek. We will try to demonstrate it in VS Code. Alright, this is the code that was previously displayed. Next, we will try to run this code. Okay, we'll read and display specific menu information that I have inserted earlier, along with their prices from a binary file named pricelist.dat. Before that, I will provide a brief explanation about this program. Here, there are variable declarations, including the first one, file asterisk f structure, a pointer to a file object, which will be used to work with the binary file. In nostruct, an integer variable to store the menu number. Long in offset byte, a long integer variable to calculate the byte offset for seek. Struct blah 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 term menu double price and list. A structure named list that holds information about menu items, including the menu name and price. Then the file price list.dat is opened using fopen with read mode RB. The program inputs the menu item sequence number will be searched for using scanf and stores it in the variable nostruct. And then the program calculates the byte offset using nostruct -1 asterisk size of list. This offset will be used to locate the desired menu item in the binary file. The program utilizes fseek to move the file pointer to the calculated offset for file seeking. And then the program reads using fread to extract the content of the list structure from the file and displays the data. If the read operation is successful, the program displays the menu name and price. If the read operation returns a value of 0, it indicates that the menu was not found in the file. Lastly, it's important not to forget to close the open file using fclose. This ensures that resources associated with the file are properly realized by the operating system, and the file cannot be accessed for further operations. Failure to pause the file may lead to potential data corruption, access issues, and more. Alright, now let's give it a try. Okay, so suppose I input the number 2. Then the data for menu item will appear with the price 100. Okay, and then if I input a number that is not the menu, I have the menu three number, but in this one, if I input the number that isn't on the menu, like 4 or 5, okay, let's try. Let's try. Okay, suppose I input the number 4. Okay, then the data for menu, the menu being searched for cannot be found in the list. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Inivis Karamasari with the assistant code fees. Okay, we will continue to the material of erasing data in binary file. So in the binary file, we can remove the data we have saved. But in this function, we don't immediately remove all data. But the file we have saved will be duplicate except for the data we want to remove in another file. And after that, uh, will be rename file name with the previous file name. So that if we want to look back at the data that we saved before, we can use the previous file name. Okay. There is the prototype of the erasing data in binary. We have integer remove and then integer rename. The file name in here is the name file that which data we want to remove. And then the old in here is the file name we want to remove. Same with this. And then the new in here is the file name, the temporary data that we can duplicate and rename after that. Okay. What is the procedure of erasing data in binary? The first is open the main file in read mode. 2. Create a temporary file and open in write mode. 3. Copy all the data from the main file into the temporary file, except the data which will be removed. 4. Close the main file and the temporary file. 5. Remove the main file. 6. Rename the temporary file with file name based on the main file name. And the last is remove the temporary file. Okay, this is the program of the erasing data from the binary file. Of course, we have the library in here is stdio.h and string.h. And then we have the file name is the main file is f underscore structure, and then the temporary file, the name is f underscore structure 2. And then we have variable to find, menu, and price. Okay, we can open the main file and then the temporary file. The main file we can open with the mode is read. And then the temporary file we can open with mode is write. This is the printf that we can input something, the menu we can remove in here. Okay, and then this is the program that computer will be duplicate the main file to the temporary file. Okay, we can open and then we close. This is the first. We can close the main file and then we can close the temporary file. continue that, we can remove the price list .dat in the main file, and then we can rename the duplicate and in the temporary file which is the price list to .dat with the name is price list .dat, and then we can return, and that's it. Okay, before that, I will check the menu and price before. Okay, we have asjogar, cheesecake, and nasi goreng. I will remove asjogar. Okay, we back to the program of the remove. We can run. Please input the name of menu which will be removed. I will choose asjogar. Enter. Okay. Tracing. Okay. I will check after that. Okay. The asjogar is removed from the data of price list. Okay. Thank you for me.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rifan Kashiful Asrar, and my assistant code is FAN. And now I will explain about closing file. In closing file, we have basic form in fclose file asterisk stream. fclose is a function used to close a file. Stream is a file pointer that points to file. If the fclose function is successful, it will eliminate the data flow file pointed to by the stream and close the file in question. Buffer data for writing process that have not been written in the data stream will be written first, but data buffers for unread reading process will be discarded. The fclose function returns 0 if the data flow was successfully closed, or end of file if an error was detected. Okay. In addition, emptying the buffer in the data flow. The basic form is in file asterisk stream. Stream is a file pointer that points to file. Buffer data for writing process that have not been written in the data stream will be written first, but data buffers for unread reading process will be discarded. If the last operation is not input, reading from a file, the fclose function will cause the data buffer for the writing process that has not been written in the flow of the data to be immediately written into the file. In addition, the behavior of this function is undefined. The fclose function will set an error indicator for the data stream and return the end of file value if a write process error occurs. Otherwise, it will return a null value. Next is writing and placing file position indicator. That is two basic form. First is in fgetPos file asterisk restrict stream, comma fpos underscore t asterisk restrict pos. Second is in fsetPos file asterisk stream, comma const fpos underscore t asterisk pos. fpos underscore t is a data type that can store information needed to uniquely determine each position in a file. GetFgetPos will store the file position indicator in the object pointed to by the pos, and fsetPos will change the file position indicator based on the value of the object pointed to by the pos. Both of these functions will return 0 integers if the operation is successful, and otherwise defined based on the implementation of a platform if it fails.